Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome into ZSR2. Today we've got a Skyward Sword Randomizer Remlits tournament race. This is Group Lanayru, game 2 of 2 between Skinnydee17 and CubeDavid. On tracking today, we have Baseball and Lyric, and commentating alongside me is Tomomodachi. Hey, Momo.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? We finally get to commentate together.
I know. It's exciting. Been a while.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think CubeDavid's file name is a reference to the last time they raced when Boko Base had nothing useful.
That's
based
just
on their
90% of seeds nowadays.
It's fair. Yeah. So we're gonna get them underway. And any guesses about what dungeons we're gonna get today?
I want to see Ancient Cistern and LMF.
I'm gonna guess Skyview and Sandship.
When do they door cancel into Earth Temple? They don't.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have any door cancel strats in Skyward Sword. Lots of back in time, though.
There is an RBM to get into Earth Temple without the key pieces, but
we just start with it open.
We start with Earth Temple open, so it would be a waste of time to do that RBM. Although it would be fun. That is a very fun RBM.
I have never done it, but yeah, let's see.
It's in restricted bit, and I think actually it's in most speedruns.
Yes, I'm gonna try and grab our hands.
Alright, Sky to Moldarak, Boko Base to Coloctus. No Gorge, no Summit, Sword in Floria, Sword in Sealed Grounds.
Oh my god.
David, please, calm down.
Skyloft Village, Gorge, Volcanoes. Okay.
David, how did you read those so fast?
So he records them and watches them back.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, that small key in the boss key chest.
Okay. First of all, my dungeon prediction was correct. Second of all, so we had Sky to LMF, and Spiral Charge was on lower bombable.
Yes.
Early bombs?
I feel like that seems pretty likely. Yeah.
I am predicting early bombs.
Because that Sky to Moldarak, is either on a Spiral Charge rock and thus spawn locked, or it's probably just our, like if it's Gust Bellows, it's there. I got most of the item hints. I think I missed one of them. But yeah, I did see the LMS. The LMF boss key chest has LMF small key, which is the single worst place for that.
I'm not too worried about it because I know David knows the RBMs. I don't know about Skinny.
But potentially it's the small key door is unskippable. So
yes.
There are layouts where the boss key is locked behind the small key door. Yeah, so we got Sister and LMF. I wonder if we're going to see either runner go to the sky before they go to the ground, just to get a sense of what's up there.
I mean, I do that anyways.
Yeah, I think with this hint, you want to know, am I going to have to get that Spiral Charge?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, anytime something is in the sky, I will usually go to Lumpy Pumpkin.
Bomb bag!
Yeah,
Yep. Alright, so I think here, honestly, I'd be a little tempted to go...
Farron?
I think I would... Well, I think I would still personally go Eldin, just to clear checks, and greed out for a beetle just a little bit. But definitely, I think you hit up Lumpy as soon as possible and ping those spiral charge rocks before you go into Farron.
Yeah, because if Lumpy Pumpkin doesn't have your Gust Bellows, yeah, so dowsing tells you if a chest has a progression item. It only works on chests. But progression items include all 5 bottles, all 9 gratitude crystal packs, all 4 beetles, which in only rare cases are they all required, all 3 bows. So it includes a lot of extra things.
Also, I don't think we got anything from early Zelda's closet, which makes me sad.
No, I didn't see anything.
No. Seeing bombs this early could just be a coincidence, but it's also making me think that one of those spiral charge rocks is definitely going to ping.
I agree. Yeah. And there's a harp-shaped object.
Alright, it's Ballad. Got bombs for Skinny.
I mean, we did have a sword and sealed ground, so there's a 2 in 3 chance that sword is locked behind your harp. Yeah, fast text is a wonderful quality of life feature in Skyward Sword. And yeah. Okay, Cube, I think, was about to go down to Eldin and then realizing I should figure out if I need to get anything in the sky.
Honestly, it is very tempting because the path to LMF could just be a beetle. So it's a matter of, do you take the gamble and... I don't even know if I would call it a gamble because it's very likely just bellows in the sky. Right? However,
yeah.
That's fire shield areas?
I think so. I mean, that's probably not your path, but I would be living in abject fear for about the next 15 minutes until I get the spiral charge that is your path.
Yeah.
Like, until you get your spiral charge in your bottle and you're 100% sure. Because Gust Bellows can be locked in Upper Boko Base. I mean, I guess also your beetles could be. But yeah, that Skydome Moldarak is likely pointing to our Gust Bellows. Directly or otherwise.
Also, did we just ping those spiral charge rocks and neither of them pinged?
The Fun Island one did.
The Fun one did? Okay. I missed it. Also, you know I'm crying in the club right now getting early Ballad because that means no early Thunderhead.
Whereas I would be perfectly satisfied with that.
No, early Thunderhead is the most fun. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. All right, Skinny is going for Lumpy, which makes sense.
I think with the path hint, it makes a lot of sense because you need to know how fast do I rush this spiral charge.
Now, I think David is kind of taking the approach that I somewhat started talking about, just being, how much do I want to greed out before I go to Farron? Rushing to Farron.
It probably doesn't make sense.
Charge, you're basically saying, I think that the path is going to be a beetle, which it very well could be.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much of that risk do you want to take?
Yeah, and while I said rush Farron, it's actually really bad because you can get 4 items out of 10 in Farron. You can peek a few more, but it's a pretty inefficient play. Now the real question is our Boko base path here?
Nope.
Oh,
that
wow.
That was Bellows' chest that was pinging. That was the Bellows locked chest that was pinging,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
so our Boko base to Kalaktos path is somewhere that is Magma Mit's locked. We could be looking at a pretty gross seed logically. Like, anytime your path item in Boko base is not on that first free check, I think you're a little scared.
Long dots.
That is a nice item to have when you go to Farron.
Okay, yep. That itself is going to speed up Farron a lot.
And there's our first
There's
beetle.
a beetle. Okay.
So
That
now
alone-
Farron is... You can't clear Lake Floria, but you can full clear Farron Woods.
Yeah, that alone is kind of just what I was talking about. Not that either of these plays were good or bad. It's just, you know, how much of that risk do you really want to take?
Oh, yeah.
And this, I would say, definitely gives a little bit of an advantage to David early on.
Yeah, I don't fault Skinnydee for making this play.
Oh, not at all.
Like, I chase path items as well. Like, if I had something in desert and had desert access right now, I would have gone. Farron is just, it's tough because there's so little you can get. And I assume he didn't get a sword in Sealed Grounds.
I don't think so.
So whatever the Sealed Grounds
Nice.
sword is, it's heart blocked.
That bomb throw looks easy. I promise you it's not.
It's not at all.
So that
I was going to say, I wouldn't have hated Cube not even going to Magma Turf right now and greeting out a little.
This is game 2.
Yeah, it's a double round robin.
No,
Oh, did he
he did not go into sealed grounds at all.
Okay. Is that a bow?
Who won the first game?
I can
think-
pull that off.
I'm not sure.
I will pull it off. Skinnydee won game
Skinnydee
1.
did? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now, Skinnydee is 2-2 in the group, and CubeDavid is 2-4. It'll be a total of 10 games. Yeah, it's not marked in the UI because this is not like a best of 3. It's just a double round robin. So
Upper bombable.
yeah. I think CubeDavid should just warp out from here. Like, not even continue
Yeah.
climbing up.
I don't think I would continue climbing either. Maybe you could get the
2 rupees
two
here.
up there. I mean, you're right there. You might as well. I think personally I would have left, but I greed out those checks quite a bit, so that's just a me thing.
Yeah. I mean, these are in logic with the bow. Like I said, I probably, seeing the claw shots in the beetle, wouldn't have even entered Magma Turf. I would have just said, okay, I'm going to Farron now. Which is maybe more greedy.
The thing about Magma Turf is
That wasn't a bottle that he just ignored. That must have been
no,
a treasure.
It was a feather. The thing about Magma Turf is you're right there, right? 2, it's just great information right off the bat.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
not
fault him for it.
Super hard to come back to. That being said, we didn't really get anything from it. So
There's a bow, I think.
Oh, there was a bow?
Yeah, I think there's a bow on the fight.
Okay, I think there was a bow on both sides, and I got
Yes.
confused.
Yeah, there's a bow was the item on the tree.
All right, David, here's what you do, David. All right, you blow up that rock and then you do early Thunderhead. Never mind that you already have Ballad. You do early Thunderhead. Chat, if you can't tell, I love early Thunderhead.
Yeah, that throw is pretty consistent with that bomb in particular. As long as you ankle it pretty close. It's the front bomb that will tend to go down the slope if you pick up that one.
Okay, that was Bellows. Alright, so I imagine David is gonna book it to Farron right now.
Skinnydee might go Lanayru here.
I think we are going Lanayru.
Which I wouldn't hate.
No.
Like, with the bomb bag, you can...
Oh, we don't have a beetle, actually.
Oh, right. He doesn't have a beetle.
We don't have any way past the first room in LMF.
Yeah. No, I forgot about that. Yeah, and without whip, actually, you need hook beetle for that. Yeah. So, there's... Yeah. David is gonna book it to Lanayru, I think, after he gets the Gust Bellows, though. But that's probably just because he won't have much else left to do.
Uh-huh.
We'll see if Beetle Shop has anything.
Hey, is this the sword? Skinnydee skipped this. So, which I don't really blame him for, actually. Nope. It's not. Alright, so our sword is harp locked.
Yep. Again, is helpful to know. I mean, I think you probably last location that. Oh, and there's our cave ski. That might be the only useful thing.
To Sandsea right now.
Yeah, you definitely want to go to Sandsea right now.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, and a Triforce.
What? The Triforce of Wisdom!
Yeah, we actually did not get any hinted Triforces today.
We're going to be able to see in and on top of Great Tree as well.
Yeah.
But David's booking it for Upper Bombable. Makes sense, it was pinging.
Yeah. We'll probably see him go into Deep Woods first. I don't think the Deep Woods chest had anything. Skinnydee, I don't remember him getting it.
I don't even remember Skinny going towards it.
But we might see CubeDavid do a look into Lake Floria. Although it's hard to know. That Boko-based Coloctos could be our Water Dragon scale, could just be Whip. Yeah, we're kind of just seeing Skinnydee going to Eldon.
Hear me out. Boko Base does have Whip on Fire Dragon. And both mitts are in the Rupee Tunnel in the west side or east side? I think it's east side. East side of Cistern.
So it is a hard required double dip?
Hard required double dip.
That would be pretty evil.
I wish nothing but greatness on our runners.
I'm going to be honest. If Skinnydee knows that ping is the Bellows chest, and I don't know if he will, I would at least consider getting it here. It's not ideal by any means, but once he gets his claw shots... Oh, he doesn't have claw shots yet.
We don't have mitts. We can't get the Bellows.
Oh, you're right. I am.
What are you talking about?
Just ignore me.
Never. You're one of my best friends, Golden.
Aw, thanks, Momo.
Which is
You're one
why
of
I
my
torture
best
you on
friends.
commentary.
You're not
Right,
torturing
nothing
me.
on top or in Great Tree.
Yeah. There's only something on top or in Great Tree when you don't have claw shots. No, there was something here.
Oh, there was something.
Cube being very careful. Does not want to climb up again. Second Triforce.
Of power. All right, so that's 2 known.
Yeah, we are 18 minutes in and only looking for 1 Triforce. But we are also looking for 2 swords and a heart. So.
Okay.
And Cube is trying to do the job.
I'm curious where these mitts are.
Yeah. I mean, probably Lanayru.
That's my guess at this point.
I mean, we probably have a beetle somewhere in Lanayru.
Probably, yeah.
Just probability-wise. Although it would be evil if, like, all 3 of our beetles are in Sansi.
Could you imagine? Oh my god,
horrible.
I'm hoping for it now.
We're just manifesting the worst possible things for these runners. Oh, I am not going to use that word. We have a Boko-based path that is unresolved.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this seed could be telling us something really awful.
Anytime you have a Boko-based path and it's not Plats, you know you're in for a fun seed.
Fun as a commentator, not as a runner.
Oh, I find
Although I like
too.
seeds like that, but most people like fast seeds. I like messy seeds.
My game 1 versus Sledgen wasn't even a Boko-based path, but it was a Crystals path. So you know that's fun. Fun or quote-unquote fun? Yes. The answer is yes.
Like I said, I feel like I do better when the logic is gross and it requires you making a lot of reads. So I like gross logic seeds. But that puts me in the minority. Really? Let's see. We're getting the full clear of Faron Woods, and I think Cube is going to do early Lake Floria. We know our Water Dragon CL can't be there, but...
That's a red rupee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's actually not.
I'm not surprised by this, right? Because, honestly, depending on where the other 2 items are, the likelihood that it's just going to be more efficient to go forwards later, I think, is slightly higher.
Yeah. I mean, I will also say I'm someone that thinks early Lake Floria is not as efficient in these settings with all the rupee checks. But especially if you want to end at Ancient Cistern, like, it makes a lot of sense to just get the statue and leave. I think we're going to see the first Lanayru after, I think, a quick, probably Zelda's Closet, and then Beetle.
Those Bokos are really screaming, "Who's afraid of little old me?" as they run away from a bomb. Plats had nothing.
Plats had some kind of treasure.
I think it was an evil crystal.
Yeah, I don't know what level. I think that's medium treasure.
I don't.
I know there's like 3 levels.
It's garbage, therefore I don't care.
Yeah. Also, I appreciate the Taylor Swift reference.
Thank you for picking up on that.
I wanted to respond to the chat stuff, but I have listened to Tortured Poets Department, so. Oh, we're probably gonna see. Oh no, Cube hasn't gotten the spiral charge rocks yet.
No, he has not. There's baseball. Did you like it, Golden?
I did like it. I think I like other albums of hers better, personally, but it was good.
Baseball, I made that reference just for you.
And now we're going to see Skinnydee go Lanayru for the first time. We're going to see both runners converge there. Basically, at this point...
David's cleared more out in Farron. Unfortunately, nothing was in those Farron checks, so...
Yeah. But because none of them are gassable, we are going to see Skinnydee get all of them. Just probably not until he gets Water Dragon Scale. Got a couple pings here. I think that was the first chest.
I think so.
Which I might have gotten that and then come back. He still might. And just go through caves.
Pinging mines is kind of tricky sometimes, so if you're not entirely sure, I do still think you grab this first.
100%.
Wow. And that's 2 Triforces for David.
He was checking his gratitude crystals. He is thinking about going to Petro. But he should just get that spiral charge rock.
I mean, he could do 15 loose.
He could.
He could.
He does have the items to get 15 loose crystals.
He could.
As the loose crystal enjoyer, I will say definitely do not.
I don't know. Right,
have you ever gotten the loose crystals on Lumpy Pumpkin before? In an SSR seed?
Yes. Not in a Remlits, but yes.
No. You would never in a Remlits.
It was in a seed that I needed 10 loose. And I was already on Lumpy, so I just turned it tonight.
No, it's fair. When I was playing casually, I would oftentimes when I go to Lumpy Pumpkin just get the 2 crystals, knowing that I would never have to come back. Cube was trying to do the clip with spiral charge, but I think didn't actually hit A. So when you hit A to do the spiral charge, your collision, the collision of the spiral charge rocks goes to 0, and you can actually land if you land at the right time.
Well, yeah, so it basically, because the fun thing about it is that you can hit A to go into the spiral charge animation on top of the rock. Like, you won't even hit the rock, and then just drop down, and you're going to collide into it, which I believe is the fastest way to do it.
Yes, I'm not good at it, so I don't do it, but yeah. Gorge is barren. I would probably not even bother getting the statue here, but...
What are we missing for LMF? A whip would allow us to do it out of logic. Otherwise, we just need one more beetle.
Yeah.
Beetle.
We need to be able to get... there's a lever to get through the first room. But I would, even if you don't have either item... I would probably finish over by LMF and go in and check the first chest. Because it's pretty easy to get to in LMF. And if that has your whip or your hook beetle, then you can full clear the dungeon. Looks like
we got a lot
party
of
wheel.
Here in desert. I think that was party wheel. Right, here's a bottle.
And top of LMF. And
yep. We've got like 5 or 6 pings in here.
Yep. Well, there's our first mix. That'll be
Alright, we
really
just need one
useful
more.
for Eldon.
I am sad my prediction of both them being in Cistern was wrong.
Yeah, Cistern is very late in logic. I don't love the way Skinnydee. I don't know. Maybe because I would just want to end up at LMF. But for a full clear, this probably makes more sense. I think it's just a matter of how you prioritize. Like with LMF, I like to end up at LMF.
Passageway pinging?
Yes, I think so.
More crystals!
Yeah, I guess Cube has the sealed ground crystals that Skinnydee did not pick up. So that's the 5. Yeah, routing Lanayru is kind of hard. I think we're going to see Skinnydee geek into LMF, though. No.
I think with this many pings, you wait.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, the typical routing. So Skinnydee is going clockwise around. I had to think about directions. Clockwise around Lanayru. I probably would have gone counterclockwise, where you kind of start.
Counterclockwise is slightly more efficient, but I think it still works either way.
Yeah, I think if Secret Passageway pings, the other direction is maybe a little faster, but it's not a huge deal. Routing Lanayru when you don't have the ability to full clear is also tough.
Right. David, go into Sansi. David, go into Sansi.
Skinnydee is just gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, Skinnydee is just gonna Death Warp back to Lightning Node.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons going. I believe it's counterclockwise around Lanayru can be faster. Is it's just more natural to go through Secret Passageway. You basically clear everything and then end up at LMF.
Going to LMF.
But yeah, routing Lanayru is really tough. Because especially with this many pings, if you suddenly get a hook beetle after you've done Fire Node.
Got a ping. Alright, there's mids for David.
Yep, and that is why going to LMF, even if you can't get past the first room, makes a lot of sense, because this chest is pretty quick. It's open from the beginning, and you're right by the door.
I can't tell if Party Wheel was pinging.
I thought that was the one.
Ooh, that's our last Triforce.
Wow. That is some early Triforces.
Yeah. Damn, we're also still sitting on Goddess Sword.
Yeah, the nice thing is, well, Moldarak is a hit-based, not a damage-based enemy, so any sword is the same. And as for Koloktos, yeah, you probably want a better sword. But they do have the bombs as well. I think that was Party Wheel.
And he gave us a piece of his heart.
No, Moldarak
is not damage based. No, Moldarak takes a minimum of 16 hits. Let's see, it's 5 on 1 claw plus 7, that's 12, and then a minimum of 4. Yeah, so 16.
Yep. It is exactly 16 hits. There's our Hook Beetle.
Alright, we'll be able to do LMF.
Yep. And Cube will also be able to full clear Fire Node if there's anything in the back. Wow. Empty fire node.
Love that.
Yeah, it's 5 checks, not the fastest.
Quick beetle for Skinnydee.
Yeah, I think the party wheel did ping because Cube is going for it. Now really our kind of only pressing question is, where the heck are the Magmamits? And why are they in Sansi?
Oh no, I didn't even think about them being in Sansi.
That was a joke. I don't wish that on them.
If Magmamits are either Water Dragon Scale or Whip Locked in any fashion, it's going to be just awful logic.
Yeah. Well, they can only be locked by one of the two.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, like if Magmamits are in Cistern and they only lock the whip, that's not great.
Sword. We got a sword. Let's go. All right.
I was thinking about opening a bet for sword, but the problem is we could still just have 2 swords in Floria or 2 swords in Sealed Ground. So
Mitts on Skydive, Whip, and Combo Lock Sandship. Well, we don't have Sandship. So if Whip is there, I will be very surprised.
Yeah, I opened a bet for the last Go Mode item we don't have.
Hey, can you do exclamation point items for me? Thanks.
Yeah, I missed one of the item hints, though.
Sword in Floria, Sword in Sealed Grounds. Yeah. Well, we're still missing one other sword, right?
Yes, but also harp.
Yeah, we're missing
But
an unknown sword and an unknown harp, Magmamits, and then Whip and Scale.
Yeah.
Runners are pretty neck and neck right now. The main difference being David has that additional Triforce piece that Kidney does not in Great Tree.
Yes. He's basically cleared more of Farron.
Oh, you know what? I think the item hint you missed was Rupee under Lily Pad being hinted dead.
Okay, I will add that.
Yeah. So, Rip Sledgen. Sledgen betting, that just reminded me.
Sorry. Yeah, if you bet a full regen, you're not going to win the bet usually. We usually bet winners go to checks, not full regens.
Is gonna be on Whip Chest in Cistern. I just want Cistern to have something.
Well, it definitely has something. The question is it junk?
Just say I bet the chest in East Spartan Cistern. You know what? You got it, Sledgen.
Jade, unfortunately, ssrando.exe can't generate a seed if it's in your belly.
Don't worry about it. Man, watching Group Lanayru is always really interesting.
Just because of different strategies or what?
Yeah, just different strategies. Just to see how people,
that is shortcut chess. What on the left side?
Skinny peak key locked. Or not.
Not yet.
Alright, it looks like we're doing that right now.
Yeah. I think the Spike Maze chest pinged as well. Yeah, he didn't peek. He did not douse the right side, which is small key locked. Which I don't think. Which I would have been the very first thing I did when I got through this first room. Because I want to know. Right,
enemies?
I don't know. There is nothing
I just like to
small
call
key
them,
locked.
a quarter of a nightmare.
Oh, that is really interesting. So small key does not lock anything.
That's great, actually. That's really nice. So honestly, depending on...
Cube is like, am I 100% sure?
Oh, you definitely double check here.
Oh yeah, because yeah, that hinted small key on the boss key chest is important. I have seen. Yeah, that is the shortcut chest, and the spike maze. I didn't see if there was anything else on the left side.
Okay.
I think Cube is doing the bit warp.
David's doing the bit warp.
I think because Spike Maze pinged, you want to go through the left side and just do minecart jump. But I am far from the expert on LMF RBMs. And again, if you're not comfortable with doing the bit warp, you can lose a lot of time messing it up. So Skinnydee just going through the room normally.
Completely fair. Bit is not a requirement for playing this rando at all. Boko bait. Well, hard to have Boko bait when Boko baits his path.
Yeah, I think Cube kind of manifested that.
He definitely did.
Yeah, and I didn't see if this room pinged, but also Cube is going to be able to get it because the first room on this side you can't get going backwards, but this room you can. And yeah, there is. So basically, what Cube did was he saved in Skyloft as he was loading, which set his coordinates to where the statue was in Skyloft.
But then he loaded the file, which
loads you into LMF.
And it pops you out somewhere else.
Yeah. It's, this is a relatively quick trick, but not like a huge time save. Yeah, it's definitely that chest.
Brothers are ships passing in the night right now.
They're holding hands in this room.
Can we hold hands?
I think that might be hard over the internet. We can try.
You just don't believe enough. Oh, that's boss key.
True. Yeah, so that 100% not skippable. I was going to say, so we saw cube dousing a lot here. Chest dousing in LMF gets really weird.
Uh-huh.
And one of the worst things you can do is think that your small key is on the boss key chest and then find out you were wrong and have to come back. Obviously not feasible this seed, but...
Cube pushing a cube. There is a goddess cube that I have deemed CubeDavid.
Which goddess cube is it?
It's the one in Boko Base Summit in front of the fire dragon.
Okay.
Because that's the one everyone accidentally hits. And I just think it's really funny, and so sometimes when I'm playing, I'll just scream CubeDavid and hit the cube. Great. Boss key! Sorry, sorry, not boss key. The Ancient Circuit.
Yes. I'm very glad the hints just say boss key and not Ancient Circuit, but yes. All the boss keys do have fun names in this game.
I know there's like golden carving, the Ancient Circuit.
Yeah, the better way to do this is to backflip. To clear it, not to jump slash. Hopefully Skinny didn't get the dust too low.
I think we're going around.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can actually jump slash over it. You've got to be a little careful.
It's a great question.
Down to hearts, you want to be careful.
Sword!
So the only go mode item that we don't know about is the harp.
Yeah.
I will probably close the bet when both of these runners finish LMF, so get your bets in.
I'm trying to remember what the other boss keys are called. There's Golden Carving, Ancient Circuit, Mysterious Crystals.
There's something flower, right, for Sister.
Yeah, for Sister, and something flower. Sandship in ET. What are they called? I'm Googling this. Names of all the Skyward Sword boss keys.
CubeDavid deciding he wants some health.
Alright, here it is. Golden Carving is Skyview, Dragon Sculpture is Earth Temple, Ancient Circuit is LMF, Blessed Idol is Cistern, Squid Carving is Sandship, and Mysterious Crystals is Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah. So we see Skinnydee doing this trick, minecart jump. Basically allows you to skip a bunch of the auto-scroller in LMF. There's a jump slash, you can get on here. And there's a tiny place on the left side and on the right side that you can stand on.
He does this with bombs, so I'm glad they're both doing the beetle strat.
The only advantage to the bomb strat is you can get on the left side, which is easier. But getting your beetle out on the left side is much harder.
See, I feel like getting up on the right side is just easier.
If that's what you've practiced, it probably is.
I've practiced both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, David's trying the...
There we go.
Yeah, oh, it was just a bottle. Apparently I'm just bad. Because David had no problems with the left side.
I think that side is just a little more forgiving.
Fair.
I probably, if I were both of these runners, I would have thought about save scumming that item too. But I guess it's not that much faster. Like, it's a bottle. I don't know if it's that much slower to go back than to save scum it, but...
At this point, I think it's probably equal.
Yeah, you do have to go to the statue, which is out of the way. So these runners are pretty even. The only difference really is CubeDavid has full cleared Farron Woods, whereas Skinnydee has not. That's really the only difference. So I think Cube has maybe been a little more efficient, but it's pretty close.
I mean, we got a race on our hands.
We do. I think the real question is kind of where do the runners go from here? I think you probably want to go to Thunderhead.
Oh yeah, you have White Sword, absolutely.
Yeah, you have White Sword in
there. You
there.
should do early Thunderhead.
I don't think you should, because you have Ballot.
It's Details.
Look, I'm not what you would call fast at this game, but I think doing a trick you don't need to do for the swag isn't fast.
No. It's early Thunderhead. Doing Thunderhead on time is for scrubs.
But they literally are doing it on time because it's open already.
Ugh, fine.
I know, details.
Always choose swag. Exactly, baseball. So, if Link was 2 inches tall, would he be the smallest man who ever lived?
I mean, isn't that Minish Cap Link?
Yeah, I guess so.
So canonically, Link is the smallest man who ever lived.
Yes, absolutely.
Not
this
that
music
canon.
For the Moldarak fight is so like non-fitting.
Keep having a little trouble. There we go. Yeah, if you shield dash Moldarak, you can basically get 2 free hits in on the claws. But nice phase 2. Really, that's the important thing in this fight, is getting a clean phase 2.
Hell yeah. Beetle!
That is a beetle-locked beetle.
I mean, here's the thing. If you go Sansy, you can pray that Skippers is dead. At the very least, you can peek it. And then you can logically do everything else.
It is not a bad idea.
Skinny, you're not making the minecart go faster. Skinny's not making the
Yeah,
minecart
baseball,
go
this is the closest thing you have to tracker nap time. This auto-scroller part is the closest thing we have to Forest Temple.
Okay, what do we have? Crystals! Okay, so that's 40
That's going to get cubed to
Skinny.
45.
5 lose?
I would probably not.
You
Except
have claw shots and quick beetle. It's not that bad.
You have claw shots. You have quick beetle. Also, you have to go get the bird's nest.
Yeah.
Oh, and
David's
Cube is
making the
speeding it
minecart
up.
Go faster! Let's go, David!
Disclaimer, this does not actually make it go faster.
See, but it looks like it does.
It's true.
Therefore, mental. It's called girl math.
Skinnydee is going to go do Oriel. Also not a bad idea.
Right there.
I mean, at this point, you can almost full clear Skyloft. The only thing you can't do is Colin's Letter. And you come out here. I think this is definitely a smart play. Yeah, this is like 45 crystals is about the only time that doing loose crystals can make sense. I would do Oriel first. Even potentially, I would do the bird's nest first.
We have David following in suit. Mushroom spores.
Seeing Skinnydee's flashing battery symbol. Very much hope he does not run out of battery during the seed.
It'll be fine. See, I feel like my nunchuck starts acting up when my batteries are low.
I did not notice until I was running a seed with low batteries recently. And it was definitely a thing. All right.
East Island is pinging.
Yeah. I think the loose crystals basically you only do it if you've done everything else and there's no crystals, and you just say, like, I'm already here. I don't want to have to come back to Skyloft.
David not going to Thunderhead right away.
This is loose crystal, and there's our magma mitts.
Oh, we're doing. Oh, that was magma mitts. All right, if you're in Skinny's position, I think you go Boko base right after Thunderhead.
I agree. Yeah.
You can full clear it.
I wouldn't even bother going back to Skyloft.
I wouldn't either. What if it has both scale and width?
Then Skinnydee is probably in a really good position. If Betro has something, though, could be big for Cube. I mean, we're kind of at the point where I think going to Thunderhead before doing this made a lot of sense.
I agree.
Alright,
David attempting to clip in. This clip is weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, vine clips in general are...
There's like a certain spot you have to aim. I think it's lower. There's like a point on a little triangle it makes. Alright, magma mitts were the last thing in Thunderhead.
It's funny, I never looked at a tutorial and I was able to get this, but I know it's a difficult trick.
A pain in the booty.
Also, like, honestly, with Quick Beetle, not strictly necessary to do.
Yeah.
You can get 5 crystals pretty quick, but I think... Yeah, I think he's abandoning.
No, completely fair. You'll likely find 5 more crystals somewhere anyways.
Or Betro is gonna have them.
Yeah.
The picks gamble.
Please make sure you change your dowsing pack, Skinny.
Yeah, I always get very nervous. It's not on treasure yet. It's not on chests. Yeah, heart does not douse heart
We changed it back.
pieces.
Nothing on Paro. Hey, what's up, Dave? I mean, we're still holding hands. We've been holding hands for a while.
Oh, Skinnydee.
These runners have been doing similar things almost the entire time.
They kind of started in different places, but since they both went to Lanayru, it's been... I mean...
I imagine David goes to Thunderhead soon, right?
Oh, for sure. I think he's doing it after this.
I agree. He still does have that Triforce piece over Skinny, though. And who knows when Skinny is going to go back to Great Tree.
Yeah. Where is the third? There's a Triforce that he doesn't have.
David has all 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just hasn't marked it on his personal tracker.
Well, because there was one on Beetle, one
on Great Tree, and one in LMF.
One at the start of LMF, yeah.
Yeah. He just hasn't
Should
marked
have
it.
all 3.
Yes, he does.
David should have all 3.
Yeah.
He definitely picked it up.
The one inside of Great Tree is the one. He just hasn't marked it on his tracker. That could be really bad for him, though.
I think he'll be fine. Alright, yeah, we're going to Boko base for Skinny.
Yeah, I think with the path hint, I would go to Boko base and then do the Elden dig spots. Like I would do the dig spots after.
I think at this point I would even put the dig spots off.
Yeah. Oh, is that all Betro had? Was a bottle?
Okay, it's gonna have
5 crystals
gonna
here.
have 5 crystals in there, and then 50 is gonna have heart. Damn it. I got proved wrong so fast.
We'll update the hints.
We hope that David goes for Thunderhead right now.
I think he is because he knows he can full clear it.
Yeah. We'll pray for David's sake that nothing is on bat 50.
Yeah.
Bellows chest. I was right about something? What?
You are right about a lot of things, Momo.
I kind of pulled that one out of the dark.
Oh no, David. Oh.
David's going for the dig spots.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not ideal.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. If something is on those dig spots, I think he's still fine. Like, this is definitely, like, this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, I think I would have gone Thunderhead just because I have the items to full clear it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think about, like, how do you efficiently clear a seed, just because in these settings, you often have to full clear. There's our harp.
Harp! Nobody guessed that, did they?
Nope. Nobody was. The closest was one person guessed Boko Base. Which, if that's the closest, kind of tells you.
Oh, there's scale.
Well, that's our path item.
Alright, Whip is just gonna be sitting in Cistern.
Or it's in Sansi.
No, it's just gonna be sitting in Cistern.
Yeah.
It's probably
I would not go to Sansi until the end of the seed, though, at this point. Like, with the scale, I would go clear Floria, hope Floria has your whip, go clear
Floria
the first half of
sword,
Cistern.
So...
I would maybe even go Sealed Grounds first.
Where a whip from Go?
Correct.
That's
I mean,
wild.
Do we count it as Go mode? Sword in Floria? I guess it's semantic.
A whip from No.
Yeah.
Because we have access to our last 2 swords right now. Because one's in Sealed Grounds that was whip locked. And the other... Classic Radio Silent Summit. Yeah.
I mean, Summit... yeah.
Oh, where is Whip?
Well, Summit was hinted Baron. So, it's not Radio Silent. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because nothing pinged. So where's Whip?
Floria, Sister, Sansi.
Tim!
We got a Tim!
We got Tim!
Yeah, Skinnydee is gonna last location. The Elden Dig spots, probably.
Yeah,
again,
that's not
like,
ideal.
I can't fault him for just piecing out.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, it's also the fastest way out of Boko Base.
Yeah. Once you have the scale, you're just gonna go full clear Farron, clear Floria.
The Fire Dragon, right? Pisses me off in every way possible. Because, like, if he has an item, I hate him. If he's dead, I hate him.
Also,
When
I
he
missed
has
this.
Tim, I'm conflicted.
We're a little late, but happy belated 1 hour. Thanks to our lovely trackers, Baseball and Lyric, for helping make this restream possible. And please go follow our runners, Skinnydee and CubeDavid. So, nice thing for CubeDavid, he's going to get these mitts, head straight back into Boko base. Probably is going to full clear it because he's not going to know where the whip is.
Also, Skinny going to Great Tree right now is great for him.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense because you're going to do it on your way to Cistern. Because I think he's just going to clear out Floria. It's just a matter of when is Skinny going to go back for those dig spots.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, given everything else, the knowledge of Heart being there is kind of gross logically.
Yeah, the question I think is, does he go to Sansi before he goes back to Eldin?
I think Whip is going to be in Sansi, personally. As much as I want it to be in Cistern because I think it's funny, I think it's going to be in Sansi.
There's a pretty good chance of that. I mean, the thing for CubeDavid, though, that could be really good for him is he may be able to go mode Cistern. Depending on where Whip is.
That would be really great.
Like, if Whip is in Floria, he gets to go mode the dungeon, which will be a nice advantage. Yeah, so we're really just kind of in a where did Rando put the whip? That is...
This music is messing with my head.
I don't play with randomized music because it gets me out of the right mindset sometimes when you get like chill music in boss fights.
I think it can be fun sometimes. It's just like hearing this music in Thunderhead is just like kind of funny. Alright, there's Mogmits for David. You know he's screaming right now.
Yeah, he's probably kicking himself. Like, why didn't I just come here? Again, I fully understandable that you would be in this situation. Yeah. If our whip is not in Sansi, where else?
It's not that bad since it was required.
Yeah. And to be fair, if he had Mogmits first, he might have done the same thing Skinny did. And skipped the digging spots. Okay, Cube marked on his personal tracker that he has the third Triforce, so...
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about it.
I was worried because I have mismarked and thought I couldn't beat the seed, and turned out I could.
Yeah. I think having seen David play quite a few times now, he's just late to marking things.
Yeah.
Some people are just like that.
Yeah. No, that's totally valid. I know I'll forget, which is why I mark stuff right away. I do wonder, like, if you're Cube, do you just say, do you gamble top of Boko base?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you could. You definitely could. Oh, there's crystals.
And...
Yeah. Oh, let me not sit back in my chair because then I can't be heard properly. Whoops.
Seems fine to me. Yeah, like, I think Cube is probably just going to go because you're here and coming back is slower. It would not be like a horrible gamble in this situation.
I do like this music for Boko Base.
Yeah. This is the Coloctos fight music, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so. All right, there's scale.
Yeah, it is the Coloctos fight.
It's okay, because why would you gamble it when it has Tim? Oh yeah, it's the mini boss.
Oh, right.
Something in Cistern.
That is the chest you could have gotten with early Floria, interestingly.
Now, if this is Whip,
that'll be pretty good for Cube.
It's crystals.
Whip on bat 50 is probably the worst place for Cube at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, right? Because we don't have a lot of things left that could be bait, because we found 3 bottles and we've seen, like, I think 50 crystals, right? So we've got 3 packs of crystals that could be bait and 2.
I think we've seen 60, maybe 55.
Either way, we've got 2 to 3 packs of crystals that could be bait. We've got the mighty scattershot that could be bait, and we've got 2 bottles that could be bait. That's only really a handful of things. So then you have to get into the logistics of, like, what are the odds that Sansy's actually barren in this case?
Yeah. I mean, we've also seen a lot of bottles where Cube is at 5 bottles. That looks like boss key chest. I think the Ancient Cistern boss key chest.
There's Whip. There's Whip. Holy moly.
That's going to be good for Cube.
I called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you need is a small key and boss key.
If David rushes this, he's going to be in go from the hand, and all he needs to find is the boss key, right?
Yep. And not a lot of chests.
I think you just... Like, Skinny still has to go find that harp.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be
very it's close. Really going to depend on the item placement here. Skinnydee is probably... Well, if the boss key is not on the Bokoblin, Skinnydee's going to have to go further. Or if it is on the Bokoblin. No, if it's not, Skinny is going to have to go all the way anyway.
Like, I do think Skinny is going to full clear this place. Granted, there's not a lot of pings.
No.
Because I don't think anything was pinging besides, I think it was boss key chest.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
There's boss key.
Cube is going to make a very quick Cistern dip. I think Cube is ahead at this point because the small key and boss key are literally right in this first room.
Boss key chest is a small key in this case, I think. No, it can't be a Boko. What am I saying?
The boss key chest can't be a small key.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't. Because it is the switch to get to it is locked behind a key door, which is 2 key locked.
If you have certain items, the logic can make it so that there can be a small key on boss key chest.
I'm checking this now because I don't think that's right, but
I've had it before, so it could still be on Boko, but
okay, it can be either claw shot locked.
Yes.
No.
Like it is possible.
Yes, it can be a small key. If you have claw shots, yeah. Yes, because you can, right? Because claw shots can get you around.
Yeah, claw shots, in Cistern logic are very weird together, especially when you get a claw shot path to Cistern.
Anyway, Skinnydee doing cistern clip to get down to the boss key door. Is he going to jump or just float? I actually think it's faster if you walk to the corner and just float up rather than climbing.
It's about equal, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. Cube having a little trouble with the Froaks, getting trolled a little. Yeah, the Bokoblin can have a small key too.
Crystal's
I think
always a small key.
It has to, yeah. So Skinnydee is actually getting out of here pretty quickly. But
I mean, when Sister's this late in logic.
Yeah. But Cube is not going to be that far behind and is not going to have to go anywhere else. Whether this is a race really just depends on where Skinny goes.
Yeah.
And like,
If
Sansi is the more check dense place.
That's a good point.
But if he goes to Eldin, then this could be his race. If he goes to Sansi, then it's Cube's.
Yeah. And the thing is, if he goes to Sansi, you can't really blame him either, because, like...
It's got more checks.
Yeah. Checks that you can ping, too.
Yep.
Where's
the other known sword?
It's in sealed grounds locked by Harp.
Yeah. And Harp is on the Elden dig spot right outside of Earth Temple.
Yep.
So if Skinny goes to
See,
Eldin, that's going to be the first thing he goes for.
Yeah.
Because he's going to spawn in at Earth Temple, I think. Get those 3 dig spots.
I think that was the last statue he went to.
Did Skinny get that statue?
What statue? Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did, because he climbed.
He went all the way up, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so 1:15:47 is Skinnydee raising the statue. Cube is probably going to be raising it like...
I'd give him like 5 minutes.
I think he's going to be raising it faster than 5 minutes. I think he's going to be raising that statue in 1.5 minutes. Because literally, all he has to do is grab the whip, go into the first room, and leave.
That's a good point. I think I underestimate how long it takes to do east side.
Yeah. Well, because he doesn't even have to go all the way through.
Alright, that is go mode for David.
Yeah. I think we can call it go mode, because his sword is in one of 2 spots.
Yeah. That whip placement absolutely really helped David here. Just because if it had been in Sansi, I do think Skinny would have... Like, Skinny still would have gone here, but would have been slightly further ahead, with at least a little bit more of an edge. Calibration, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Cube will probably be 2.5 minutes behind or so entering the boss. 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Bird feather.
And yeah, if you're Cube now, you're like... Actually, if you're Cube, you're probably like, oh god, I'm behind.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But,
This is a fast seed.
Such a graceful side hop. Well, and the beauty of the boss key being there is a small cube is right next to it. So you don't even have to clip down.
Oh, Skinny. Ooh. I was worried he was gonna... There's a reason that if I have the bow, I just do the bow strat. Because your skyward strikes can get blocked. Okay, Cube is 3.5 minutes or so behind. Probably more than that, actually. Probably closer to 4 minutes. So when you said 5 minutes, you were right. More right than I thought. I'm very bad at judging how long it takes things to do things.
Comes with time. Alright, striking the crest. The mighty out of shot.
Yeah. I mean, it really lyric again. It's if Skinnydee guesses right and goes to the right place in Elden.
Oh, with the mighty scatter shot!
Oh, scatter shot believers.
Mighty scatter shot. I'm getting my channel points. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, nobody bet on anything but both runners, so.
Oh, well.
You're getting your channel
points back.
He's gonna go to sealed ground. This makes a lot of sense.
Oh wait, I forgot to actually bet.
Oops.
Whoops.
It was only a 30-minute bet. It's not like you didn't have time.
Well...
Is Cube... So, with the Master Sword...
Skinny never grabbed the chest.
Right.
So, he's banking on that being something. I think it was just crystals.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, Cube with Master Sword does not even have to do the bomb strategy. Yeah, with Master Sword, yep. Master Sword and TMS, you can one cycle that without bombs.
I did not know that. I always just do the bomb strat.
Yeah, if you get him to raise his arms up with that attack, you can get in 2 spins. Oh, and Skinnydee.
I think he's checking Patro.
Probably. That 50 is almost certainly junk.
Right.
Yeah, I think this is definitely Cube's race to win now.
Definitely still well played by both.
Cube.
Prize is Harp to Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, he's checking the trail. Again, like I can't blame him for this. You're missing Harp. This is here. You have a lot of crystals. Rando gonna Rando. And these settings often require you to full clear, and so going for the efficient full clear makes a lot of sense. But we'll see. Are we in Gorko mode or Impa mode?
You know what? It can't be Zelda's Blessing.
Right.
Which
So
makes
it's
me a little sad.
right. So the question is it song from Impa or Gorko?
It's gonna be Gorko. Gorko's more fun.
Is Gorko more fun?
We have a bow.
True. Arrow and Repose is relatively easy to get. Anything else, Gorko can be a gigantic pain. Although if I were Cube, I would save just to oh,
one of them was still.
oh, I don't think you learn. Yeah,
that teleports you, so it doesn't really save that much time. So
yeah,
it works out.
yeah. If I were Cube, I would save before I go up to Impa and Gorko, just in case you missed Gorko and need to do it. You can reset quickly, but
I mean,
so like minor optimization, just with how Gorko can be a pain.
I mean, you have a bow. I'm pretty sure it's like almost always draw an arrow.
It is if you have bow.
So,
But yeah, he's checking Impa first.
Which makes sense.
Oh yeah, he can save at the statue in the temple, too.
Oh,
it is Gorko mode.
I'm right.
All right, Skinnydee is gonna get his sword, but
oh, and now he's going for the dig spots.
So he's not going to be that far behind, but
no,
probably.
At least he didn't go for Sansi.
That
Arrow
one
in repose.
Yeah, this is the easiest thing to do on Gorko's Goddess Wall.
This is actually still very close.
Cube is probably still like 90 seconds ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're going to be super nervous doing this demise fight.
Yeah. David's definitely ahead, but
it's close.
It's still very close. Closer than it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if Skinny had gone to Sansi.
I would have gone to Sansi. So
I probably would have too. I probably also though would have full cleared Eldon when I went into did Boca base.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah.
Okay, we are heading into the final area.
Yeah, and we'll see how the end game goes.
I'm excited for this random music.
Good runners make these fights look really easy, but they're surprisingly tricky.
Or stabbing. Interesting.
I wonder if that stops him from kicking you.
I've never really looked into it.
Clearly not.
I know that there's like for speedruns, I saw something once for G3 Escape for vanilla speedruns that if you hit them overhead, it's slightly easier to deal with. So that's I kind of just started. Maybe I'm not just loads of copium though.
You purple hand skipped that cycle.
Ew. Get got. Vertical slashes are best. That's yeah.
I trust Yell on this.
A chunky arrow. I love it.
More. This is the hardest fight, or the hardest part of this. Oh, that is a smart strategy from Cube. I've seen this before, where he parries the first one to get the. I need to fix this. I need to try that strat.
I don't like shield bashing.
You learn from an 80% runner, so you just don't like using shields.
Well, that and I've tried using shields and I just don't like it.
Yeah, but that way to get the stun lock from Cube is really smart.
Yeah.
because he will attack you if you don't do anything at the beginning. Shield bash him, and then you can get the stun lock.
Right. Into demise.
Yeah, it was really clean gear him.
Oh my god, this guy loves music! This is the opposite vibe, and it's so funny.
Really clean phase 1.
Clean, David! That was clean.
Really clean.
Fantastic phase 1.
Let's see this phase 2. Yep. Get the lightning. I feel like the hardest thing with phase 2 is not attacking him with the lightning too quickly, and that is GG's for CubeDavid. They 129-18.
GG's.
Cube is having some Discord issues, so he's not going to come in for an interview, but he's in Twitch chat. Cube, any thoughts? Anything you want to talk about in the seed?
GG's, David.
At least Boko Base is hard required this seed.
Yeah, Boko Base is, I hate Boko Base, let's put it that way. That whip placement, though, was chef's kiss.
Yeah. It really helped you out. Skinnydee finished with G3. He did not do Sansi. He went and did Boko Base and then didn't do the Elden Dig spots. That was kind of the difference, is he had to go back for it. And on the way, he did some Sky stuff that you had done. It was a very close race. Basically, the entire time, you all were neck and neck, doing mostly the same things. Like, you started a little different, but you were in Lanayru basically the same time. You were in LMF at basically the same time. You just did different things after LMF, and it paid off for you.
Oh, hell yeah, we loved him.
Yes, we're very happy to see Tim, any seed. And there's phase 2 for Skinnydee. And that is GG's.
GG's to Skinnydee.
Yeah, he is going to come in for an interview. Yeah, it was, you can tell they're 3 minutes apart. It's a very close race. I think they both played pretty well. This was a fast seed.
Alright, we can get Skinny in here. Hey, Skinny, GG's.
Sorry about that. GG's.
It was a really close race. Really fun one to watch. I guess before we ask questions, do you have any high-level thoughts?
Not really. I think I ran that seed pretty good. Could have been better, but I think I ran it really good.
Yeah, I think you both did. This was a pretty fast seed. You didn't have to go. You could full clear Lanayru when you went. You didn't have to go to Sansi at all. Really, like the difference was Cube got the harp before you did. You were really neck and neck the entire time, like doing a lot of the same things too.
Really?
And it
Awesome.
kind of just came down to that location of the harp. Because, can't fault you for it at all, but you rushed Boko base and skipped the other dig spots, which
Other dig
honestly I
spots,
would have
yeah.
I would have completely done the same thing. But that cistern being that late in logic with Whip just sitting there too. Because we were debating for a while. It's just like Whip is probably in Sansi, but it'd be funny if it was in Cistern.
The first check you get Whip. It's so funny.
And then a small key and the boss key right next to each other makes for an easy go mode.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, but you did very, very well. You should be proud.
Yeah. No, I think I ran that seat pretty well. I didn't really see any flaws in my gameplay, other than maybe, not doing the dig spots before Boko base or whatever. But, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, that's just sometimes this is one of those seeds I think where like you play it well, but the item placement is what it is, and it was really fortunate. I think, like I said, because Cube had the whip going into Cistern, he was able to just get through quickly. Didn't have to do Cistern clip, and that was probably the time difference, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That I think that's fair, Momo. That like Cube being able to just go through, not Cistern clip, was probably most 3 minutes.
Yeah. I definitely agree on that one.
No, I mean, like I said though, you played very well. You both played very well. And we were talking about it at the very beginning too, and it's how much do you follow those path hints? Do you greed out for a beetle before going to go get spiral charge, right? Because path to LMF could always just be a beetle, and you ended up going with just following that path directly because bombs were so early.
Yeah.
And had that been the first beetle, this would have been a completely different seed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was the first 15 minutes or so. You did have different paths too. Cube went Elden first. You went Farron first. I don't think that ended up making a huge difference, though. To be honest, so
there was a lot more stuff in Elden. I think that would probably push Cube a little bit ahead of me, but
yeah, he did. I mean, he got to full clear Farron in one go. Helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. GG's. Any other thoughts?
Nothing from me.
Yeah.
I'm content with the gameplay.
How many more matches do you have?
I think 5.
I think after this one, it is 5. I have 2 for Ghost, 2 for Pride, and I think 1 more for Mario Runner.
Yeah, so the standings for Lanayru group right now, Pac-Man Power Ghost is 3-0, CubeDavid is 3-4, I am 3-6, Mario Runner is 2-0, King's Pride is 2-2, and Skinny is 2-3. So a lot more matches. There's a lot of Lanayru matches being played in the next 72 hours. So things will change. But yeah, if we don't have anything else, want to thank our 2 lovely trackers, Baseball and Lyric, as well as Momo for commentating with me. We're gonna go right over to ZSR where Trez is finishing up his Ocarina of Time seed. That I think was the post season 7 fun thing that he did. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back in a little over 2 hours with another Group Lanayru match, probably here on ZSR2.
Oh, awesome.
So thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.